Hello, YouTube fans and friends, and welcome back in to U-Boat U-47. It's had some recent success in the North Sea, a little doldrums out of Norway, a patrol that has extended to roughly 2 weeks now, and we're making our approach into the attack against a convoy that we ran across on the northern coast of England as we were trying before to make our way to Scapa Flow. But now, U-47 finds itself in a dangerous situation. An escorted convoy most likely ahead, plenty of enemy warships to evade, and plenty of enemy tankers, perhaps freighters, to plunder. Picking up right where we left off, and about a 10-ship or so convoy right ahead of us. Would hope to make the attack maybe as the escorts have moved off, but you can see this destroyer is probably not going to allow himself to get too far away from these high-value targets here. Let's get Gunther on the attack scope this time. Let's have somebody helping him. I want to keep Bleichroth on improving depth. Yep. Let's have somebody helping him. We don't need to help him anymore. Okay, let's start getting some data. Velocity. Slow movers in this convoy. $15. I bet you that's not quite accurate. We'll go ahead and go for a distance check. Oh, we can't do it on this scope. That's right. Let's go ahead. Make sure that Gruber and Schulze are paying attention to this target. Back over to Schulze in the attack scope. We'll do a distance check for now. Yep. Yeah, it's probably not quite right, but we'll take it. And set up a little ambush. We'll try to pop them as one of them comes by. Hopefully be able to pop a second one too. Alright, now we'll do a little angle on bow for this guy. $27.8 to port. Go with that there.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Lage 2-7. Bug links.
We're able to fire 2 separate targets here using the captain and Schulze separately on both scopes. Set, please. 3.5. We'll keep that in mind. We're going to put in 1900. Throw that in there.
Entfernung zum Ziel 1,900 Meter.
Triple check our angle on bow. 57.7 is correct. This is all good. This is good.
6 links. Gegnerfahrt 9 Knoten.
We got all torps warmed. I want T1, tube 2. Going fast, 6 meters, good.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Lage 5, 8, links.
Los. One away. Happy hunting. Over to Schultze. We're going to spit one at him too. 35-44. Let's get another distance check on him. Set. 304. Fine. Let's go. Set it.
Geschwindigkeit 9. Knoten.
Set it.
Gegnerlage 3, 4, links.
40
Set it.
Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Entfernung zum Ziel 3.
I want
1. 4 Meter.
3.
Bewässern. 30 Sekunden. Rohr 3 bewässern.
2 of them, rather. 6 meter depth.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
49
Rohr 3 bewässert.
meter
20
spread.
Sekunden.
Go.
Los.
1 away.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
2 away. Got a hit. First tanker. Damaged pretty bad. All right. Take it down. 30 meters to the right.
25 Grad.
Let's get the engines going again. Down periscope. Dud. Dud. 2 duds. That's your luck when you're firing T2s, I think. And also at that angle, that wasn't great. Okay, we're going to rig it for silent running. Please get everything turned off. Please, thank you. Whew, okay. Now we wait. Okay, it's pretty angry. 117, 119. I bet you that's our destroyer. No, our Corvette was over here. This is our destroyer, and fellas. I'm going to try this. Prep tube 5. Periscope depth. Manage depth keeping, please. Now, Captain's going to go up to the attack scope. Wow, look at this. This destroyer is moving away now. Okay, that's going to give us an opening. This guy. We're going to have to wait for him to get a little further. And then we're going to have to stay behind and finish this guy off. Oh, we did get a severely damaged credit, so that's good. We can leave it at that. $11. Okay. Let's plug this in. Let's plug this in. Let's get a new range. Let's plug that in. Let's get this bad boy ready. All right, we're ready to go. 6 meters, awesome. Fire that sucker. 1 away, stern tube shot. Down periscope, and we're just going to get out of here. $20 meters. Okay. Just got to make sure that we get a hit on that. Yes, okay. Yeah, we just had our measurements off a little bit. All right, got him in the bow. Excellent. Sorry I missed it. the explosions. It looks like their tanker is not going to blow up, though. All right. Well, U-47's met with some success in this initial attack, this convoy just off the English coast. 2 tankers hit, 4 torpedoes spent, no counterattack from the enemy as of yet. And I don't hear any sonar either, which is interesting. But we're going to go ahead, flip around, stay down a bit, quiet, and come back around to finish off 1 or 2 tankers that have been thus far only severely damaged. Oh no, here we go. That second one that got shot in the bow, going down. Got a seriously pissed off destroyer making its way our direction. Looks like counter attack. Vengeance is on the way indeed. Grube, keep an ear out. We got a destroyer on the hunt out there. 2 tankers down, boys. Several minutes later, most of the enemy craft appear to be slowly fading off aft. And I'm making a command decision here. I think I am going to let this convoy go. The other part is, as a yeoman U-boat captain, I don't want to hog all the glory. As you've seen, there are quite a few other U-boats out here in the North Sea early war. And I'd love to leave a little more meat on the bone for some of them, in case they're still out there. We're pretty far north off the English coast, kind of off Northumbria. So there's a long way for this convoy to go yet, and plenty of time and opportunity for our buddy U-boats out there to track it down and sink the rest of it. I think for us, it's back to the fact-finding mission around Scapa Flow. That's my interest. Personally, as captain, I, but not the crew, have seen details about a plan for an attack on Scapa Flow. High Command offered me the chance to take that swipe in a recent episode. I turned them down at that opportunity. Before they offer it to me again, I want to go put eyes on. So you notice kind of a pattern. This was an early war convoy. Here's another early war convoy where I am now. This was a little while back, but another convoy that I caught up to. That was the Foggy convoy. Delves in the Fog. Check that episode out. Pretty crazy. So, early war, pro tip, seems the convoys are all just kind of ringing around the rosy along the coastline for the most part. Glad to be here sharing the latest and greatest. I'm afraid I let the men down on a number of torpedo calculations. Scapa Flow's defenses by now must have been greatly improved. I will hope the sudden approaches to Scapa are not mined. If so, we could find ourselves in real trouble. Hello. It's a good thing we went down. I think that guy's just passing us right on by. That's fine with me. I'm not marking any radar on that plane like there is in the late war period, so that's good news for us. U-47 arrives just south of Scapa Flow. We've already taken a look at the land there, and we don't see any coastal batteries. A little worried about mines and subnets, but on the surface I feel fairly confident we might be able to sneak a little closer and see what Scapa has in store. Light patrols, light patrols. Nothing but light patrols out here. Stayed on the surface during nighttime, didn't run into subnets or mines. All right, here he is. I don't see radar. Well, I'll tell you, considering the fact we're not on any specific mission, done a pretty good job looking around at the exterior defenses around the Scapa Flow area. And they're pretty light for the time being, despite the underwater defenses that are likely to be present anytime we come up here. Certainly wager that it is more dangerous the closer we get to Scapa Flow port. I'm not willing to take the risk now because we don't have a specific mission objective, as I mentioned a moment ago. There's no reason to put the sailors' lives at risk in our own or the potential sinking of the boat if BDU didn't send us up here for a specific reason. It's just kind of the captain's curiosity that we have been serving thus far. I think we're probably going to go ahead, make a course, and leave this area. One man out, another man on his way. We'll have a two-man deck gun team out here as we try to scooch past this Corvette. Hopefully we don't have to go to guns. But we may not have a choice on this one. We'll see. Haven't come across any coastal defenses, as we were looking at before. I didn't have any real trouble with port defenses. And let's go ahead and get the diesel compressor going here. And no subnets or mines that caused us trouble like we mentioned. So for now, it's going to be time for us to get the boat flipped around, come back north around Scapa, likely make a little bit of distance as we continue our cruise out north of Scapa Flow and back into the North Sea. U-47 is going to slip by the enemy.
Uns wurde von einem verbündeten Boot ein mögliches Ziel in unserer Nähe gemeldet.
Okay. Here we go. Smoke cloud spotted in AN-167, slow speed, southwestern course. There are surface repairs ongoing with U-28 here. They cannot intercept, will not. It's on our way back to Kiel anyway, and we need to dump the torpedo weight, if you will. So let's go after this target. And the for-profit hunt will continue with U-47 prowling the North Sea once again. Familiar territory for us.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Runde
Bingo.
eingesteuert.
There he is.
Ruder mit Schiff.
Okay, we're going to start to make a turn toward right here and gain a little speed. Let's make our final approach right here. Should be looking good. Alright, we're at a spot now where we can get a definitive velocity on this ship. Maybe? Wait a second. Is she stopped? I think she stopped. Or is moving really slow. I've never had this happen before. My first suspicion is that this is some kind of a trap. Oh, are those Norwegian flags? Oh, wow, interesting. I think they might be. Yeah, I think that's Norwegian flags right there. All right. Well, they're not in the war. Let's surface the boat and see what we got.
Blasen. Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
Let's bring the speed
Große
up.
Fahrt voraus.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
And hope that this is not some sort of evil ruse.
Dieselkompressor einschalten.
All
Alle
stop.
Maschinen stopp.
This freighter is unarmed, seems to not be escorted, and flies a neutral flag. The prize rules allow us to sink such ships only if we're certain they're headed towards the enemy port. If we lack such certainty, ideally, we should investigate what it's carrying and verify its destination by performing an inspection. If we would, however, have reason to feel certain that the ship is headed to an enemy port, we may communicate right away we intend to sink it and proceed with the attack. So, they are headed southwest. It is a Norwegian ship, though, and so we really have to be careful. They have an important port from an RP perspective to the German cause. They ship a lot of stuff that we need, so we can't just go willy-nilly blowing up their ships, I'd say. So let's send a delegation like we were planning to do. We'll have the captain, Joachim Rosing, Kovacker, and we'll send a full complement of guys. Captain of this freighter helps your crew to get to the deck and greets each member of your delegation with a Willkommen. He then introduces himself as Jean-Pierre Volker. He knows only basics of the German speech, but luckily Aldrich Falk from your group speaks fluently in English, so there's no language barrier. After exchanging pleasantries, he invites you to a private room in the deckhouse. Except your officers sit with the captain in the ship's galley. After a short small talk, captain asks them to state what they need. So, you're a Norwegian flagged ship, you speak really good English. I need the shipping documents for starters. You request the captain's documents that detail the cargo on his ship and its destination. A flicker of unease crosses his face, and he produces the papers with a slight hesitation. As you carefully review their contents, his hands clench and unclench, a bead of sweat forming on his brow. According to the documents, the ship is headed to the port of Edinburgh and is carrying ammunition. It seems this ship is trading with blockaded Allied ports, and it's a fair prize for you to sink it. Indeed. I need to order an evacuation. We have confirmed this freighter is involved in military activities. We can sink it without risking an international incident. So, order the evacuation. Let's go. You tell the captain your orders oblige you to sink this freighter and that they must evacuate it immediately. Captain is not happy about this outcome, but clearly accepted there is nothing he can do to avoid this from happening. He doesn't respond to you, but instead starts to shout out to his crew and organizes evacuation of the freighter. Let's move outside of the deck. Nothing happened. Good. Back to my ship.
Raum besetzen.
And we'll set about putting this bad boy on the bottom. We'll go ahead and take a torpedo shot, I think. down on that, increase the solution that much more, and triple check the range. Just like this. Okay, 670 meters. We're going to want to back up just a little bit more.
Kleine Fahrt zurück.
Let's go 6.5. Or I'll tell you what, I want to do a practice shot with a T2. Here we go. This is supposed to like blow up kind of underneath it, I think, if we do a magnetic impact pin. Okay? So let's put it at 8.5. Let's see if we can break its back and just split it right in half. That'll be the idea. Okay. Bingo. One away. Practice shot. Here we are right here underneath the ship. Boom! Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we wanted. Ooh, under the light post too. Sorry guys. Oof, yeah, and that should send her right down. It's a major backbreaker that. We could finish her off if we need to with a couple of last deck gun shots here. But I don't think we're going to need to. She's going down. I'm glad that practice shot worked out all right. All right, let's put one shot into her or two. Help send her on to the by and by. There you go. Send it in. Heavily damaged for now. We'll get a sunk bonus once we sink it.
Telegramm gesendet.
Go on down. Yeah, she's going. Down she goes. Yeah. She's crunching up good. Reload tube 2. Get everybody back on and in the boat and make our way out of here. We've got another contact to try and track down. Hopefully it's a little simpler. I see you. Looks like a basic bell coming right across our bow. Okay. She wasn't coming right at us at all.
30 Grad. Steuerbord.
Let's go to all head flank one more time. Try to get her in that dead ahead. Probably put her at about 315.
Schraubengeräusch. Peilung 300.
That looks like an an Empire bell. Explorers usually have that mast sticking up. Let's come left just a little more.
20 Grad. Backboard.
Those look like bright red British flags too, so looks that way anyway. 14, that's an Empire bell. Going 14. I bet you bottom of the hull is right about there. Being 8.2 sounds about right. Very nice. Always like to get those initial measurements, and really what my process is to just do double and triple checks all the way in until you get real close. You get your final distance measure really at last and plug them all in, fire your torpedoes, and hope for the best. All right. Angle on bow. My guess, anyway, is about what? 42 or 43 off the starboard. Let's go 46. Set. Double check it. $36. Okay.
Winkel
36.
7 rechts.
Reset.
Schussunterlagen
Plug that in.
aktualisieren. Winkel 3 6 rechts.
Plug this
Aktualisieren.
in.
Geschwindigkeit 8 Knoten.
Ah, so
Aktualisieren.
you gotta plug this in again.
Winkel 3 6 rechts.
Curious to try another T2 with a magnetic pistol. Can't lie.
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Alle
All
Maschinen
stop. This is where we just kind of let him float right on by.
Aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 8 Knoten. Aktualisieren.
All right, here we go.
Lage
Final distance
6,
check, and we're going to
2
fire it off
rechts.
now. Or soon to now. Bink 2.2, we're at 64. All right. Okay, I feel comfortable taking a shot here at this distance. We're going to do a T2 on a magnetic set.
Rechts.
Trigger.
Aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel.
Tube 4.
0
Magnetic, please.
8 Meter. Rohr 4
Flood it.
bewässern.
We're going to go 7.5 meters.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Gegnerlage
Get it set in there now.
0 rechts.
Ready? Los.
Los!
108. Type 2. Hot and angry. Straight and normal.
Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Ooh! Oh, that's all she wrote. Wow. Okay, that worked out pretty well. Woo! Wow, we'll go ahead and service the boat on that. Let's get some speed up.
5 Meter.
Run right by it.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das
Good. I don't know. Seems to me she's going down slowly right here. Slowly but surely. Just a matter of time. Well, it's another successful sinking for U-47, this great crew. Again, firing a T2 under the belly and the backbone of the ship to put her down in one shot. This being an Empire Belle. Now U-47 headed east and south on another potential merchant ship. A hydrophone contact just before we'd come upon this last target. We'll see what we've got. U-47 on patrol continues in the for-profit hunt as we round out January. And since we're a little bit more of a badass now, since we're just a tad more of a badass now, let's go with Karl Vacker. One of these guys, one of these coats right here with the, yeah, like that.
Alarm! Handelsschiff in Sicht. Peilung
All right.
320 Grad.
Once again, Vaca got
Haben wir
a,
trainiert. Wir werden das gemeinsam durchstehen.
took the initiative. Just let everybody know about it. And that looks like a regular old Empire belt. Once again, okay. Good. We can do a speed check too. Blop, bloom. 16. Ooh. Let's go all
Alle
stop.
Maschinen stopp.
Well, no.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
We'll skip that. Alright. She's going like that. We're like that. Okay, we still got a ways to go, so
Schneller, schneller.
let's really bring up that speed. Well, we know that's a British ship for sure. Let's triple check the speed. Triple checking. She's weaving too, so we're gonna have to be choosy about our angle on bow calculation. 14. New distance looks about right. 2.9. Okay. Double check angle on bow. Weaving kind of a line like that. Call it that. Fine. 56. Okay. Distance check. 1.7. Speed check. Final.
Alle Maschinen
I'll stop.
Ruder Mittschiffs.
Rudder midship. $19. Go with it. 18. Go with it.
Schussunterlagen aktualisieren. Geschwindigkeit 1, 0, Knoten.
Torpedorohr 1 gewartet.
68.
Aktualisieren. Winkel 6, 8, rechts. Schussunterlagen
1764.
aktualisieren. Entfernung zum Ziel 1, 7, 6, 5 Meter. Schussunterlagen
71.
aktualisieren.
Plug it in.
Winkel 7, 1, Bug rechts.
Okay, we're gonna flood
Rohr
two
1
tubes,
bewässern.
1 and 3.
Rohr 3 bewässern.
We're gonna go 5 depth,
Rohr 3 bewässert.
46 spread. Send them fast. All right, los. 1 away. 2 away.
Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Here we go. Moment of truth. Yes. Got a second miss. Dang. That's all right. That is some nasty damage with that one torpedo hit. That may be enough to sink her. All right, nice. There it is.
Ruder 15 Grad. Steuerbord. Ruder Mittschiffs.
There we go.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
help her out a little here. Down she goes by the bow, indeed. All right. Beautiful. Send it in. Another 720. All right, that's two more torpedoes. A bunch of XP for us. Excelente. Awesome. Okay. We're going to move on out. I think it's time to take this thing on home here on the 2nd of February. This for-profit hunt here late has really turned out. I have a feeling that we will come home to much celebration once we return to Kiel. It's no stopping and no turning, not for us. If we get a message about some vital target, then we're going to have to rethink that. But for now, Captain intends to send U-47 back to Kiel to refit, rearm, and get ready for the next assignment. And here we return on Sunday, February 4th, 1940, Port of Kiel. Nighttime with U-47 after a little bit of a nasty winter storm getting back in here. As we make our way back into port now, I feel pretty proud of the crew. Bit of an inconspicuous arrival back in Hull Port, but we like coming in and out at night. Adds to the secrecy. And here we are, back at port once again, after one heck of a successful patrol. I love it. Let's get our crew off the watch. No need for that now. We are at 0 on the watch while we're in port. Don't need it, everybody. We are going to take it easy for a little while. The captain going to head on down, get the debrief, and bring officers with him once they're ready. Already here with the car and everything. They knew we were coming. You guys are very prompt, you know? The Admiralty deeply impressed by your last patrol. Solid work. Thank you. How about my eye patch? Karl Wacker receives a new decoration. Iron Cross Second Class. The Iron Cross decoration established 1813 by King Friedrich Wilhelm III of Prussia. Good for him. He is going to continue on, I believe, in a useful capacity. Iron Cross First Class for Wacker made quite a bit of progress on that. 20 points total. He's got 6 to go. Here we got Günther Schultz toward the next decoration. A German Cross in Gold. He's got 9 points to go until he gets there. And Captain 60s with a Knight's Cross. How about that? We've got it. Only granted for exceptional acts of bravery. It is the highest decoration in the German military. The core of this medal is made of iron and the outer frame made out of 800 grade pure silver. Proud to have that. Captain 60s. Should we retire? Nope. We have got the Knight's Cross with oak leaves to chase next. We're not quite halfway there. Oh my gosh. So this is a couple of episodes ago that we went out initially and sunk the Empire Wind. Same FN convoy attack a little while ago. The Empire Flag. I don't remember exactly when that was, to be honest. Oh, that was, I think, when we were on our way back south from Norway. Pretty sure, yeah. The Echo Dale. The WN convoy attack. Yeah, a couple of tankers. Pretty sure. The HMY Alexandra. The ship that we, I think, boarded and then ended up sinking. Empire Kestrel. The Empire Warrior. all down in 18 days, 18 hours at sea. I believe it was actually a little bit longer than that. I think it was actually about a month. 18 days since we went into Heligoland. I'm pretty sure that's right. Total distance traveled just over 12,500 kilometers. We sunk 71,250 tons, just about. There's the list of the dead. Wow. Including an Isles-class corvette. Bunch of tankers. All objectives completed. Wow. Very well done. And we get an extra 12,000 budget and another engineer to add to the boat crew. We'll be working through all that when we get started in the next episode, along with skill upgrades and all the rest that we do in port before we head out on the next big patrol. Thank you again for taking the time to share in this survival run with the crew of U-47 here in this great World War II U-boat simulation. I'm BankSixdeis. Please, if you like the content, click that thumbs up button. Helps the video, helps my channel grow, and helps this great game. Subscribe to my channel, Alternate History Gaming, and hit that notification bell to find out the next time I drop a big video for you. Until the next time, I'm BankSixdeis. Later.